Hi, everybody. Casey back with you here today. Just want to talk today a little bit about something in physics and biomechanics known as pushing versus pulling. In the physics world, we know that all movement is a result of either a push or a pull. So that means that in golf, we're going to be moving the club through either pushing or pulling mechanics. So to talk about this a little bit, we need to understand the pros and cons of both. So for instance, a right-handed golfer, right? You get to the top of your swing, you could either use the right side of your body to push the club, or I could use the left side of my body to pull the club. Um, Here's the difference, right? So a push by definition is anything that's being moved away from center of gravity, whereas a pull is moving something towards center of gravity. So that's really important because the nature of a push is that you are moving something away from the center of gravity, which means you are creating less stability within the system in general, right? So from the top of my swing, if I'm using the right side of my body as a right-handed golfer to push the club back to the ball, I'm physically pushing my mass away from the center of rotation, which is going to have some negative effects in terms of what's going on in your body. It's going to be harder to control. It's going to affect your balance, and ultimately your hands are going to have to get involved in the delivery of the club. So a pulling mechanism, because it's moving something towards the center of gravity, is going to actually enable rotation, which means you are going to be more apt to use your body's rotation to deliver the club, which is both a more powerful and more consistent and repeatable move. So that's a little bit of the difference between a push and a pull. We really want to try to employ pulling mechanics whenever possible in the golf swing. So now we're going to talk about a drill real quick that's going to help you enable some of this pulling sensation. And that's going to enable us to work on this a little bit at home as we're still stuck inside trying to work on things. Did you want to say hello? Come here. My handy helper is back. She wants to say hello to everybody. You say hi?
Hi.
This is Riley. All right, let's go downstairs. We'll take a look at some movements that we can do to help work on the push versus pull mechanics. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we've got a fun little exercise here. I want everybody to grab some tubing from home. Okay, what we're going to do is try to work on, right, big stretch here, first and foremost. So what's going on is, for a lot of us in our posture in golf, right, we're going to end up rounded here. When we pull on this, right, we're trying to open up and stretch this back, okay? And I want you engaging those scapula joints back in the shoulder blades. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off big stretch here, okay? And when we rotate, what we're going to do is focus on a pulling motion, okay? So as soon as the shoulders are set back, your scapula is engaged, what you're going to be able to do is start using pulling motions, because the scapula joints are the joint that is responsible for pulling the spine around itself and creating rotation. So once I'm back here, okay, now I can take my right shoulder and pull that back around me, okay? We can come back to center. Now we're going to take the left side and pull that left side around, okay? So again, we're using the posture and the scapular engagement to help engage rotation. Now, as we go through this progression, what I want you to focus on is, again, maintaining this. So the difficult thing in golf is that we put ourselves in this tilted position, okay, and the effects of gravity pulling down on your body tend to pull our shoulders out of that engagement. So as we start to get into golf posture, right, we need to have enough engagement in those scapula joints so that I can maintain this and still rotate, right? So that would be the second progression. We're going to come back here, right, get here, but now I'm going to get in my golf posture. Pull up with the right side, pull through with the left side, okay? So if we want to continue to progress and make this a little bit more difficult, what we need to do is destabilize ourselves in the bottom, okay? So for people that are trying to work on balance, right, we can go ahead and put ourselves on one foot. We could put this other foot behind us, okay? Same thing, rotations, okay? Want to get really tricky? Take that other leg right up off the ground. Now I'm standing just on one leg, okay? Same thing, scapular engagement, pull back, pull through. Okay, again, the secret to that pulling mechanism is it's creating that centered balance for the body. Okay, if I'm here and I start taking my left side and pushing, I'm going to throw myself off balance. When I put myself in a destabilized position, I have to engage balance, and in order to rotate, I have to pull properly. Okay, Finally, for you pros at home, if you really want to do this, find yourself one of these destabilized mats, right? Try to put yourself on here, balance, pull, rotate. Okay? So those are some progressions we can use at home to work on engaging the scapula, learning how to rotate the rib cage. Start simple, start from the standing position, right? Do these first. Get comfortable with the feeling and the sensation of pulling back the scapula to rotate the spine. Get yourself into a little bit more of a golf posture and work it from there. Good luck with everything.